live right now, and we will be discussing Jamaica in a moment, soon as Facebook moves over. So here we go. Let's hope it is happening. So I want to welcome Racquel Queensborough from the Jamaica Tourist Board, and Racquel is going to go over all the wonderful things that Jamaica has been doing to welcome everyone back down to the island. So if you would, Racquel, I want to thank you so much for joining me, and if you could take it away.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Lisa, for inviting Destination Jamaica to be part of your live today. Really appreciate it. We're going to go over, just like scratch the surface in about 30 minutes about Jamaica, what we have in terms of our protocols if you're deciding to travel in the next, 4 weeks, 12 weeks, what have you, what you need to come to our beautiful destination, and just, why Destination Jamaica. So, I mean, I could talk hours. If we delve really deep, I'll be talking for hours, but I'm going to try to keep it to 30 minutes here for you. So we will get started. We're going to get started with a quick video, 2-minute video, and, just get you shaking in your seats or wherever you're watching this from. I mean, every time I play this video, I just want to get up and dance. So here we go real quickly.
Okay.
Feel the buzz, feel the vibe, feel it in your heart. Sunshine smiling warm up inside your heart, feeling of your love. Oh, Jamaican heartbeat, dancing to the beat. Up inside your heart, heartbeat of the world. Oh, Jamaican heartbeat, Jamaican heartbeat, Jamaica. Can you feel it? Jamaican heartbeat. Love it. Beyond jumping like it ain't. Can't eat and drink. We move and dance with you. No matter where you are, no matter where you're from, join in the party. You're welcome. You're welcome. Sunset meetings, welcome to one and all, to the land of ska, reggae and dancehall. Here we go beach, river and waterfall, and we have a lot of party when the night fall. Hold a vibe, eat something with a drink in your hand, long beer, jerk chicken, roast fish, yellow yam. Remember we beat unique for every boy, every girl. Come to Jamaica, the heartbeat of the world. Jamaican heartbeat, Jamaica. Can you feel it? Jamaican heartbeat, heartbeat of the world.
Okay, so that set off our party, right? That was fantastic, I think. So obviously, this video was shot pre-COVID, so you're seeing people dancing on the beach and whatnot. Protocols have changed, masks are required and what have you. So a lot of the things that you'll be seeing in this presentation were created pre-COVID. So, and we'll just get into that a little bit more. So for those of you who have never been, I hope Jamaica is on your bucket list, but where are we located? So we're located in the Caribbean, we're in the Western Caribbean. So we're just south of Cuba, south of the Dominican and Haiti right there. A few quick facts on Jamaica. We are actually the 3rd largest island in the Caribbean. We are, however, the largest English-speaking island in the Caribbean. So we're the 3rd largest, right behind Cuba and DR Haiti. We're just under population, under 3 million. 3 million in populations. Our temperature ranges, mid to high 20s year round, but in the summertime, from June through to about September, yeah, we're hitting like, mid 30s, sometimes 40s. So it does get hot and humid. But when I say humid, it's a different type of humid than being here in Toronto. We have that really dry, sticky heat. To Jamaica, at least you have the trade winds coming and going. We're a small but mighty island. We are known for a lot of different things. So when you say Jamaica, you're thinking sure reggae music, beaches, sunshine. The food is awesome. Bob Marley goes hand in hand with reggae music. The Blue Mountain coffee, one of the most expensive coffees in the world. And, when it comes to food, jerk chicken, of course you're thinking jerk chicken, jerk anything in Jamaica. And athletics is big on the island. How to get to Jamaica? From Canada, the destination is serviced from all across Canada. In normal times, again, we would have, especially during winter, seasonal, more flights seasonally from November through to April. That's a little bit died down right now, but from Toronto, we do have flights, all the major tour operators. So Sunwing, Air Canada, Transat, WestJet is going. In addition to that, we do have Caribbean Airlines and Swoop Airlines. So out of Toronto, almost daily flights, but it is serviced via connections right now from West Coast to the East Coast. Things to know before you go. So during these times, COVID times, we have new protocols. So prior to COVID, there were no forms that you had to be pre-filled out and things like that. Now, our borders reopened to international travel back on June the 15th. And as of then, to travel to Jamaica, everyone traveling will be required to complete a travel authorization form. And that form can be found on our website at visitjamaica.com. You can put in the /travel authorization or just visitjamaica.com and you'll see a link, it'll click you there. Now that can be completed up to as far as 5 days prior to travel. And basically that's alleviating a lot of the touch points upon arrival, filling out a paper form, giving it to immigration or officers, whatnot. And in that questionnaire, it's gonna ask you, passport information, all of that stuff. And it will also ask you COVID protocol questions. So be prepared for that. But in addition to this, the form has to be filled out prior to boarding the plane. So without having this form, at Pearson International Airport in Toronto or wherever your gateway is, they will not allow you to board the aircraft without this form. So very important that everyone in your traveling party has this form. Now, upon arrival to Jamaica, everyone is still going to go through some health screening protocols. So temperature checks, hand sanitization. They will, monitor, health officials will monitor the crowd for, anyone feeling ill, showing signs of COVID. They'll take them out of the line. But, in addition to that, they will also sit and speak with a health minister, just going through random questions. How you feeling? Have you been anywhere in the last 14 days, other countries, things like that. So if all goes well, you gather your luggage, get on your transfer shuttles, which again, have all met COVID protocol. So you're not gonna get as many people on a transportation shuttles to airports and whatnot. Numbers have been capped. So, just taking everyone's safety into considerations, we want to make sure guests coming to our shorelines arrive and go home safe, and keeping our local population safe as well, especially ones that are working in the travel industry. So, everyone's everyone is important, everyone's health is important, and that is top priority for sure. So when you go to our page to get pre-authorizations, you will see that you'll see some destinations mentioned. So in terms of the USA, Brazil, Dominican Republic, Mexico, and Panama, for Jamaica, those destinations are considered high risks. Currently, Canada is not considered a high-risk destination, so we do not need to take COVID tests prior to. So all those destinations that are mentioned there, persons traveling from those destinations to Jamaica will be required to take a COVID test and travel and show a negative PCR test upon arrival into Jamaica. Canadians at this point do not have to. If it changes, we update our website. You know, Lisa will be able to let you know if that changes. She can contact our office and we will let her know. But everything is there. If you scroll down a little bit further, you're going to see a list of villas, hotels, attractions, transportation companies, all the entities that are geared towards guests arriving onto the island. They have to meet certain guidelines, certain COVID protocols, and there's a list of them all there. So, attractions, say you want to go to Dunn's River Falls or whatnot. Did they meet the guidelines? Yes, they did. They'll be there. So, and if, for example, if you're traveling, say in March, and you go to that list and you don't see your hotel listed. So, at a hotel, for example, is Excellence, and adults only, all inclusive. They will not be on the list as yet because they are not planning to open until mid-February. So they do have a few more issues to work out, but closer to their opening date, they will be there. But it's a really detailed website. And again, please feel free to speak to Lisa and she will get you going. All right. So in terms of, that's it for the protocols. We're going to get into, just giving you some brief information about the destination. So why Destination Jamaica? Obviously, I'm a little bit biased. I'm going to say we have the best activities, experiences, but, you really get to experience the culture. And, again, in normal times, we do tell you, when you stay at the resort, you're experiencing the resort. You're not experiencing the destination. We encourage you to leave the destination to really, experience Jamaica. Right now, you cannot do that, but keep that in mind. But we are known for an abundance of things. So if you are a food lover, there's food festivals year round. If you're destination weddings, groups and conventions, it's a destinations if you're traveling as a single or a girls group, a golf group, what have you. There is something for everyone on in Jamaica. Now, we are known for our cuisine worldwide. So if jerk is not your thing, if you don't like spicy, but you like international food. So just like here in Toronto, where we have, Foodalicious, I believe it's called, Restaurant Week, the same thing in Jamaica. So where top restaurants will, put their dishes on sale, for reduced prices, just to encourage people to come out and try. But you're going to get, an array of food experience. So you're not just going to get local stuff. There is international cuisine, fine dining, really upscale, 5-7 course meals. If you're more, into the environment, and if you are into eco adventure, eco traveling, community travel, if you want that farm to table experience, you're going to experience that. Some hotels actually have the gardens right on their property, and that's where they're getting all their fresh spices. They even do cooking tours and do farm to table cooking with guests. So there's an abundance of dining options all across. And again, the hotels do a fantastic job. In normal times, when things get back to normal, we encourage you to definitely go off property and experience all of that. There is weather, great weather year round. We spoke about the, average temperature earlier. And people always say, well, when is rainy season in Jamaica? Now, and I answer that by, we don't really have a rainy season per se. We do have weeks that we can get more rain than others. So for example, maybe in May, mid to late May, we can get more rain. This fall, we've had a lot of rain. So there's been a lot of systems close to the destination. And so we've had a very active a few rainy weeks in October, early November. So we don't really have a rainy season per se, but different weeks where, if there's any weather systems close by, we will tend to get some of that backlash there. And I like to say that Jamaica is a very Instagrammable island. If you're looking for those moments or those hidden places, hidden gems, you can find that all over the destination. In terms of accommodations, again, something for everyone, every budget. So if you want something really luxurious, high end, it's there, right? If you're a backpacker, that option is there. If you want, your all-inclusives that you're going to get everything included, you're there, you don't have to think about everything, and everything is there. If you want long stays, for our, people that usually go to Florida this year and maybe unable to go to Florida now, if you were looking for a long stay, Jamaica has villas or apartments. So everything that you think of, it is there. So, and a lot of the well-known resorts that are on other destinations. So if you're familiar with, say, Reuse, Sandals, Iberostar, all those you will find in our destinations. And just to give you, a quick view. So if you want hotels that are, built right into the natural surroundings there. So in the Grill on the West End, you have hotels built right into the cliff. You can cliff dive, or if you're not that adventurous, you can gingerly walk down the ladders and, delve into the Caribbean Sea that way. We have your big box all-inclusives. We have hotels with water parks, great for families, and water parks that are not only for kids, they're for adults or kids at heart. I love, those are my favorites because, I mean, you're on vacation, enjoy the water park, enjoy everything. We have beachfront properties. And then if those big hotels are not your thing, we do have smaller, more intimate villas, home away from homes where the owners live right on property, and you are going to have that one-on-one and that intimate service. So again, something for every lane, every likes. If you're traveling with a multi-generational family, you want a villa, say a 7-bedroom villa, that can be arranged. If you want to cook, if you want a cleaner, if you want a driver to take you around, all of that is available in destination. Now, in terms of attractions, we do have over 175 licensed attractions on the island. More of them are on the North Coast here. So, and we'll get into a little bit of those, scratch the surface in terms of those attractions. And they're offered by, different tour companies, okay? So you're anything from zip lining, if you're, that adventurous, snorkeling, scuba diving, if you're into night scuba diving, that is offered. Some hotels actually offer scuba diving in the all-inclusive package. If you're, eco-adventure, there's caving, bird watching. I mean, there is everything. If culturally You want cultural attractions, you know, all the great houses that's there, the museums that's there. So you can be very adventurous, or you can just do nothing at all, or just take it low key. But every, you know, anything that you can think of is available in destination. The beaches. Now we have hidden beaches, we have walkable beaches, we have cove beaches, and it all depends on where you are. So different parts of the island offer a different experience. So if you are a beach lover and you like to walk the beach for miles, Negril is your place, because Negril is famous for its 7-mile stretch of beach. In Montego Bay, the beaches are more covey. The same goes for Ocho Rios, Port Antonio. So there you will have different types of beaches depending on where your vacation takes you. And again, that is something that you can speak to Lisa about. The destination has over 30 waterfalls. You know, some of them you really have to search for. Some of them are, you know, right there. Our number one attraction, actually, for those of you who've maybe been to Jamaica before, and maybe you have experienced it. So our number one attraction is Dunn's River Falls, located in Ocho Rios, Jamaica. You can actually climb the falls, and some new attractions that have been added to that attraction is there's a water park for the younger kids that are unable to walk the falls. You can actually zip line above the falls also. So if you've been to Dunn's River before and maybe think of going back to Jamaica and think, I've been there, done that, there is more for you to see and do at Dunn's River. For my golfers out there, again, you may not think of Jamaica as a golfing destination, but we do offer golf. There are over 10 golf courses on the island. If you're an avid golfer in the Montego Bay area, you do have 5 golf courses. So, you know, I'm a golfer myself, so I like to experience different golf courses. And so Montego Bay is perfect because, you know, some days you want a more challenging course, and some, if you're just starting out, you kind of want an easier course. So everything, all those options are available. A quick map of the, you know, understated map of the island. So we'll just talk about the main tourist areas today. Don't have time to go into the destination in depth, but we do have 2 international airports. The Sangster International Airport, which is the top left of your screen, that is the main tourist airport. So that is the main point of entry to the island for most tourists. So you're going to get about 90%, 98% of the tourist flights flying in there. And to the south, southeast, we have the Norman Manley Airport in Kingston, just outside of Kingston. And the North Coast is the more popular touristy area. So from Montego Bay to the west, Negril, you're looking at about an hour and 50 minutes, an hour and a half transfer. And we do have, you know, there are a few hotels in between those two towns. Then you have Falmouth to the east of Montego Bay, Runaway Bay, Ocho Rios, Port Antonio to the way east in the south coast. So we'll just be just briefly mentioning, you know, highlights of those, the main tourist areas. We'll start off with Montego Bay. Again, this is, we call this the complete resort because everything you need is in Montego Bay. You have, this is a great option for people who don't want to spend over, I'd say 45 minutes to an hour on a transfer from the airport to their hotel. A lot of different types of hotels are within 30 to 40-minute drive, like even as close as a 10-minute drive. So your adults only, your couples only, your family resorts, villas, what have you, you're gonna find them all in the Montego Bay area. Montego Bay is known for, you know, home to one of the biggest reggae festivals that happens every July. We mentioned the golf courses, excellent, excellent attractions. So daytime attractions, evening attractions, Martha Bay rafting, not far from the airport. So lots of different options in the Montego Bay Airport. In terms of shopping, there is high-end shopping, local crafts, and art. The food options galore off the property. So it's a great, it's our second largest city on the island, Kingston being the first, but you'll find everything that you really need in the Montego Bay area. In terms of attractions, a lot. So we mentioned golfing, there's catamaran, there's, if you look at that picture, your bottom right-hand screen, that is called the luminous lagoon. So some people call it glistening water, some people call it luminous lagoon, and that's a nighttime attraction. And you go there, and that's one of 4 places in the world that the water will illuminate. Once all the organisms are agitated, it's illuminated, and you can actually get out of the boat and you can actually go swimming. It's a great experience. The first time I did that, I actually thought they had flashlights, blue flashlights. I'm like, yeah, you guys are lighting something up under there. But people jumped in, and, you know, I put my hand in and agitated the water, and it's a whole tour. They tell you about the area, why it happens. So it is just a fantastic, fantastic tour. We will show you, I'm going to show you a quick video on one of the more popular tours in Montego Bay. It's called the Rose Hall Great House. Maybe some of you have done it before, but they do offer tours in the daytime and evening tours. So we'll just get this video going really, really quickly.
You can feel the spirit of Jamaica as you enter the corridor that leads to the Rose Hall Great House. This beautiful restoration of love, which once dominated the vast 7,000-acre Rose Hall sugar plantation, now allows you to be transported in time. To an age when grand balls and banquets of Europe kissed the Caribbean shores, and the brilliance of West Indies mahogany inspired the beautiful carvings and fretwork and furnishings which have come to define an era. Tales are told of the famed lady of the house, Annie Palmer, who enchanted all she encountered, but no one who crossed her path survived to tell the tale. Breathtaking vistas and authentic Jamaican experiences will define your Rose Hall Great House day tour. At night, Rose Hall is not for the faint of heart.
Yeah, at night, it's not for the faint of heart. I actually, the first time I took that tour, I'm glad I was with people that I know, because I ended up jumping on one of their backs. So very scary. I'm a chicken at heart anyway. So, okay, on to Ocho Rios. So from Montego Bay, we head east to Ocho Rios. Ocho Rios is a nature lovers retreat. Ocho Rios is well known for its lush gardens, waterfalls, the greenery, the mountains, you know, home to Dunn's River Falls, as I said, our #1 attraction. So if you love, you know, again, eco-tourism, this place is for you. A lot of, it's about an hour and a half to 2 hours, depending on where your hotel is, transfer time from the Montego Bay Airport. Home to a lot of attractions. So again, as I mentioned, over 175 attractions located on the island. Many of them you will find in the Ocho Rios area. So, you know, from Mystic Mountain, where you guide yourself in a self-guided roller coaster. You go as fast as you like, to climbing different waterfalls, to caving, you know, to off-road mountain biking. There's something there in the Ocho Rios area. Again, different types of accommodations. You'll find more villas and apartments in this part of the island also. You know, your cruise ships that come in are not far from a lot of the attractions or the town itself. And the beaches here, as I mentioned before, tend to be a little bit more covey, so you're not going to get that long stretch of walking beach at most hotels in the Ocho Rios area. So from Ocho Rios, we'll head all the way to the western part of the island in Negril. Now, Negril, I love Negril. It's one of my favorite places. I say Negril is where you go when you want to experience sand gravity. It is just calming, relaxing. And Negril is very different from other parts of the island in terms of topography. You have two sides. So, excuse me, you can see that long stretch of beach right there. But it also has a cliffside where I showed a slide earlier with accommodations built right into the cliff using the natural surroundings. You will find that in Negril. You won't have a lot of high-rise hotels in Negril. Quick tidbit, Negril, you can't have a hotel taller than the tallest palm tree on the ground. So you'll find a lot of the hotels more spread out than they are really tall. I love dining in Negril because it does have the all-inclusives, but you have a lot of other small restaurant hotels that actually want you to come onto their property and experience their high-end dining that they offer. So, I mean, great activities, excellent beach, excellent vibes in the Negril area. In terms of attractions, not as many as you will find in, say, Montego Bay, Ocho Rios, but one of the most famous ones we have is Rick's Cafe, where you can partake in the cliff diving if you so choose, and if you're that brave, or you can just watch the cliff divers go. You have the Blue Hole, there's a golf course close by, you have Jam West, Motorsports Adventure Park, so lots of different options in the Negril area. Again, you won't find the high rises as you do in terms of accommodations, other parts of the island. And the South Coast, just south of Negril, the South Coast, not as touristy as the North Coast. We have one all-inclusive here, and that is the Sandals South Coast. But here you're going to experience a lot of community tourism, you know, farm to table dining. A lot of the hotels really put back into the community. They purchase a lot of their, you know, bamboos, or, you know, what they use on property. They really put money back into the community. Lots of smaller properties, again, with, you know, really home away from home feel. The owners are there. They are going to, you know, shower you with the best service possible. Attractions as the same as the North Coast, not as many options, but they do have, you know, some really, really good options in terms of attractions. One of my favorites is the Appleton Estate Rum Tour. You get to see how our famous brand of rum is made. And my favorite part is you get to sample them at the end of the tour, and you get to decide which one you want to buy. And that bottom right-hand picture there, that's called Floyd's Pelican Bar. If you get a chance, Google that. It's oddly become one of the most famous bars in the world. And he actually built that he's a fisherman, right? And he built that as a place for him and his buddies to chill. It's on a sand dune in the middle of the ocean. And, you know, it's gained popularity because people just go there for an afternoon. You need a boat gotta get on a boat to get there from the mainland. But you go there, you enjoy a cold beer or a drink, what have you, and you just laze around, jump in the water, have great conversations. It is just a fantastic, fantastic experience to put on your bucket list. So in a nutshell, in a really quick bite-sized nutshell, that is my destination Jamaica for you. I know I went a little bit over 30 minutes, but as I said before, our destination has something for everyone, every budget, every taste, every like. And I want to once again thank Lisa for allowing Destination Jamaica to present to you this afternoon. So Lisa, I will turn it back over to you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much. And I was just sort of thinking some of my own favorites while I was there, like Devon House, going for ice cream.
Mm-hmm. Oh, so you've been to Kingston?
Oh gosh, yes. I participated in the Kingston Run last year.
Oh, fantastic! Fantastic.
It was lovely. We got to spend. We were able to spend 5 nights in Kingston.
Amazing. Yeah, I was supposed to be on that, but I didn't get to go. But did you enjoy yourself?
I absolutely loved everything about Kingston, and then we had a day at the Edna Manley College, and we got to meet a lot of students, performing arts students and such. There was just so much to see, and then the tour of Bob Marley's, the museum, his recording studio. There's just so much to see.
There's a lot to see. Now, Lisa, did you want me to stop sharing my screen so you can?
Well, sure.
Yeah. Okay.
Because we're just chatting at this point.
Yeah, yeah.
And no, I just thoroughly enjoyed my time in Kingston.
Perfect.
And it was amazing. There was just so much to see, so much to do.
Yeah.
And I can't wait to go back.
I didn't speak about Kingston today because obviously I only had 30 minutes,
right.
And I don't want to lose anyone. I know I chatted on a little bit past 30 minutes. And so I just wanted to focus on the main tourist areas. But yeah, Kingston is a whole other, and Port Antonio is a whole other, session.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm glad you got to experience it because a lot of people, Kingston kind of gets a bad rap, like some parts of Toronto or whatnot,
right.
But you want culture, arts, history. Yeah.
One of the best things we did was, I think it was a Tuesday night, we went to the Kingston Night Market.
Oh, okay.
Unfortunately, we got there a little too early because we got there around 8-ish.
Yeah.
Apparently, it really picks up around 10.
Right.
There was live music, and we got there a little too early. But it was great. It was a crafts market. It was just so many little things you got to see about the city.
Excellent. Now, did you participate in the run? Are you a runner?
I'm not much of a runner, but I did participate.
And what was it? A 5K? Did you do a 5K?
I did a 5.
Yeah, excellent. So I mean,
did I do a 5 or a 10?
I can't remember. But I mean, like there are, again, we're famous for athletics, but you do have Kingston Run that happens I think of February, March. And then you have the Reggae Marathon every first week of December that happens in Negril. And so if you're a runner, if you know runners, the Reggae Marathon in Negril, Jamaica, that's a qualifier for the Boston Marathon. So why not go do your run in Jamaica? It's fantastic.
Well, I see that like Megan is here listening in, and Megan and I participated in the Mo Bay Run.
Ah, fantastic.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
It was a lot of fun, an absolute lot of fun. There's just so much to see and do on the island. It's so much more than great food and great beaches.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. Yeah, thanks for echoing that. Yeah, there really is. And again, I didn't have time to get into all of that. So I hope, everything I gave you kind of, got the wheels turning and, making you want to go Google some stuff and just reach out to Lisa. Because now you're an honorary Jamaican, Lisa.
Why, thank you.
You're welcome.
So I want to thank everyone that joined Racquel and myself today. And I want to thank you again, Racquel, for sharing the island with us. I mean, Jamaica's just one of my most favorite spots. I can't believe I haven't been there at all in 2020.
Yeah.
Next year.
For sure.
Next year. Okay. All right. So thank you so much. And everyone have a lovely weekend. And if you have any questions, by all means, reach out to me. I can't answer them. I'll just ask Racquel.
There you go.
All right.
Okay. Take care.
Okay,
bye.
Take care.
Thanks, everyone. Have a great weekend.
Yes. Everyone have a lovely weekend. Bye-bye.
Bye.